Me and Ashton were hanging out yesterday, just like regular friends.
We went to go see Spider-Man.
We went and saw
Brand new
Flock
Dizzle.
Propaganda, Marvel Flock Propaganda,
Flock
Spider-Man.
propaganda, fucking eugenics propaganda. Spider-Man, maybe you should fucking... All right, I'm not going to fucking spoil the movie, but we did go out. We did go. We went around, had a bunch of friends. That's how you got to do movies. You
Did you catch that little Flock moment? Because I thought you might have not caught it.
I did caught. Oh, what do you mean?
Because there was a moment where he was talking to like the commissioner lady, and he was like, "I'm gonna search every camera in the city. I got it on AI facial recognition."
Oh yeah, and he looked at it.
And then she like frowned, and she was like, "You're not supposed to do that." And
what?
it was very funny because like one. I don't think it's just the timing. Like, I don't think the director and the writer when they were writing the script, like, we'll say like 2 years ago, like Flock is in mainstream news now, like right in this moment. And I think maybe they were probably like imagining the system where every city block has AI camera attached to it. Little do they know it is happening. Yeah. And the police are not out here telling Spider-Man, actually, that seems illegal. Yeah. It's actually very legal. Yeah.
And like the cop said it was bad?
Yes. So it was a little propaganda, too. The cop being like, oh, that sounds unethical.
It's bad timing. It's like Drake naming his album Iceman after all,
all
the ice fucking murders and shit. I didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, no, that was, and it's also weird that like, why would the hero? Why is like and not just the hero. It's not like he's an ant like Batman. His fucking morals can be questioned. He'll break a nigga's arm just in case. He's like a goody two shoe hero. Why is this nigga normalizing the surveillance state using AI to fucking
He's
track?
Using Flock. There should have been a scene on the news where they're like, Peter Parker loses his job as Spider-Man after it's revealed he searched MJ 3,000 times on his Flock cameras last month.
Also,
and now he's out of a job.
The funniest statement though, the real funny fucking contextualizing this is this Spider-Man is how do you say? They were like, in this one, it's a small superhero story. We're no longer with the big at the end of the last one.
Yeah, because I hate that shit.
It ends with him getting like a knitted suit, right? Like a low-fi tech suit, knows Tony Stark type shit. And so they're like, he no longer has this like fantastical Tony Stark suit. He's going back to regular, just low-tier tech.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Realistic technology, which is Flock camera AI. Access to open source 24/7 cameras that he just hijacks. And
it feels, not to get too much on my on the conspiratorial thing, but it feels like, why are they shoving AI? Why is this movie shoving AI down our throat?
Hey guys, welcome to
And it's Disney, it's Marvel, it's all these big giant corporations that got their tentacles and all this technology. It felt a little, But that being said, love the movie.
Welcome to Cops and Podcasts, where we suck the fun out of all the shit you'll enjoy.
It was a good movie. And I get Tom Holland now. Like, I never watched his work before. I just instinctively did not like a British guy being an immigrant taking American jobs, right? I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit. But I'm like, okay, he's good. Damn it, he's good.
You know what Jaffer did like though?
The Pakistani boyfriend. Yes. Everyone was like mad. Are we gonna spoil shit? We're not gonna spoil shit. We're not gonna spoil shit.
That's all.
We won't spoil anything.
There was one point of the movie
folks.
where Jaffer stood up and was like, I feel seen in this Spider-Man film. And
everyone was upset at this side character. I was like, I kind of like this guy. I just assumed Pakistani. I assumed Pakistaniness on him.
The worst part of it for me
Kelly was like, he could be Indian. I was like, if he's Indian, I'm going to ask for a refund.
Bitch, I said the same thing to you in the moment. Okay. I said the same thing. I was like,
y'all both sitting on either side of me. I was having nice little side conversations. Just claiming a
nigga might not even be the nigga.
With Ashton on one side, Kelly on the other. It was a nice time.
I was India, she was Pakistan, he was the British partition.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just chaos.
But I'll say this, my real experience from Spider-Man, it was fun. I did it the way I wanted to. I brought a bunch of friends, got to see Marvel superhero movie. You got to bring friends to movies because you don't want to sit next to strangers and shit like that because you end up... The last time I went to a movie, I sat next to a person who I ended up being in the movie yesterday, which was the nigga who was just coughing.
Wait, what's it? Wait, what?
I bring my friends.
Yes.
Because I'd rather be seated around people I know.
Yeah.
Than strangers. Because the last time I went to the movies, sat next to a stranger, and the stranger was doing one of the worst things that I find doable at a movie theater, which is what I was doing yesterday, and that is just coughing out loud and just,
you were coughing, bro. Ashton was like trying to whisper something to me. He was like right in the ear. And by the way, he's like, I'm like, yo, bro. Questionable movie behavior aside, talking through the movie, maybe don't make this a biological hazard for me as well.
I'm not contagious, folks. It's a cold.
You can hear it. You can hear it. You sound contagious.
Well, also, part of it is I went to a concert the day before.
Oh yeah.
Where I also was.
You saw J. Cole.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fun. I'm too much of a fan because there's points you go to. Imagine feeling fucking alone at a concert. And I went with like a friend, but like when I'm too much of a J. Cole fan. Like I've been listening to niggas since I was literally in left high school. Like I was listening to J. Cole, and fucking I know all the words.
You really had a great couple days.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's also starting.
It's like your two favorite things. After the movie, we were all talking about the movie and stuff, and Ashton was getting so worked up at our lack of academic knowledge on these topics.
Shut
it was
the
like,
fuck up.
I was like, this is what I look like when I argue with Zionists, is how Ashton looks right now about Spider-Man. But anyways, yes, J. Cole, you're at the J. Cole show.
No, I looked how you look at a party at a nice, calm, reasonable, good time.
Yeah.
Arguing about the fucking state of Yemen in the corner with somebody.
Yeah.
And you gotta understand.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm making a friend for life in that moment.
Everybody's
right? I don't
like,
need the rest of the party.
Hey man, I'm just trying to vibe, bro. I get it. The state of Yemen in disarray right now. I understand.
I'm meeting a friend, and we will text each other documentary links for the rest of our lives. That's beautiful.
You'll be like, you'll be going in to get another beer, and you just see his Jaffer's corner. He's like, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go back outside.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go see what
that's how I have fun.
And it is fun. When getting into an argument with Jaffer is fun. Okay, but gang, today we're not here to argue. Today we're here to expose the cops.
I will say, last thing I'll say about Tom Holland.
Actually, we're not back.
Yeah, never mind, actually. Never mind, folks. I felt like, because I was watching this British guy. That was on my mind a lot at first, because I'd never seen any of his Spider-Man movies before, or him act at all. So I'm like, this guy's British, and I'm watching him, and I'm trying to judge his American accent. It's good, but you could tell where it slips. Where it slips is when like he gets hit, where he gets hurt.
He's like, "Oi, mister."
Exactly. He's not like American is like, oh. He's like, ugh. He's like, oh dear. You can hear it.
My crumpets.
Yeah. It comes out, and so Tom Holland, that's one thing you could work on.
Bob's me uncle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, they play Benny Hill music in some of his action scenes. He's like, no. He's a swingler. No, I thought the opposite. To be quite honest, there was points I thought because I've been watching this nigga in the past few movies. I think this is best Tom Holland Spider-Man for sure.
It was a good movie.
I think because it felt like like an A24 Spider-Man. Like that's how I kept it. But I'm not. Don't get me wrong. It's still a fucking MCU movie. But at least they tried to shift it more themed wise towards like a more mature-ish whatever.
Yeah.
But his British accent or his New York accent, he was doing different. Like there was a point where he was arguing with Punisher, I think, and then he just did like a funny. He was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" I'm like, like he just like starts talking like a.
Well, they were joking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But even that, I was like. So it's not even like he like did a funny, good New York accent.
Seems to be,
I thought there was areas where he was flowing in out of like a regular, he's out of New York. I don't know.
He's a talented guy.
But yeah, British niggas need to stay out of American niggas acting jobs. Okay?
Yeah. Did you see that Israel, I was reading that Israel recently formally acknowledged the Armenian genocide.
Wow, no, I did not. We have you and I. We have two. This is how I know me and Jaffer's algorithms are two separate.
Well, you know how I found out? Because and this is again very different algorithm, but Surge from System of a Down, one of my favorite childhood bands. He's Armenian, so I found out through my boy Surge. He's talking about this, and look, before I go any further, obviously, I just want to say, obviously, I don't want to undersell the Armenian genocide. Obviously, it was a real thing, but it just seems interesting that Israel, first of all, has not already recognized it.
I think they know how to recognize genocide.
Exactly. Just the timing.
They had one.
Of them at the UN being like, all right, everyone, look, we know what y'all want. Everyone's talking about genocide,
when they do
genocide that.
Yeah.
So look, we'll meet y'all halfway.
The thing is, Israelis, they acknowledge genocides. They just don't acknowledge specifically one genocide.
That's
the problem.
But then get this. Then some time goes by, they take it back. They go, actually, never mind. Remember we were talking about, back at the UN. Remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about, I was saying that, man, it was so terrible what the Ottoman Empire did to the Armenian people. So actually, we were just tripping. We're going to take that back. Everyone else is like, why the fuck are y'all talking about Armenia all the time? Shut the fuck up about Armenia. And again, not to downplay. Well,
what you guys don't realize when I said that, my fingers were crossed.
Exactly.
So, yeah. No one said no takesy backsies, and I'm takesing backsing right now.
Yeah.
So I just do find it funny, our algorithms, because like I do get news on Israel, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking informed. But we get two separate types. Like, first off, him being like, did you know the Armenian genocide?
Armenian, yeah.
That's party banner. That is literally word for word, Jaffer's party conversation. Do you know that? Like, oh yeah, I didn't actually. Tell me more. No, I'm just kidding. But also, my Israeli news is the things I've been seeing is all from Israel.
What are you looking at? Their EDM festivals?
No, there's these like influencers, these new like OnlyFans model. Israel hired like.
You're talking about clavicular.
No. Deeper. The new form of Hasbara is like hiring OnlyFans girls and like sitting on podcasts, basically pussy out, just legs over pussy out, and being like, the October 7th was one of the worst. Acts, like just open. Yeah. Like what people don't understand is, the West Bank is actually Israeli territory from like they're just fucking.
They've always done that though. They've always like tried to insert like attractive women into their propaganda. Which, makes sense,
From
I
the
guess.
river to the sea. Never mind, I'm not going to do a squirt joke.
Not this early on the show, folks.
I'll save it.
We're here doing our podcast, which is about the police.
Surprisingly.
And we start out with our headline roundup. Here are what some of the stuff cops did in America this week, starting with cops in Madison, Wisconsin fatally shoot a man in the head. R.I.P. Corey Ruiz.
Cops in Austin, Texas fatally shoot an unarmed teenager. R.I.P. Anthoneil Williams II.
Cop in Lance, Pennsylvania is charged with drinking, driving, and fatally crashing into a vehicle. R.I.P. Judith Jordan.
Cop in Philadelphia is charged with fatally shooting his uncle. R.I.P. Shakir T. Moncrief.
Cops in Tulsa, Oklahoma injured a man going through a mental health crisis and then took him to jail instead of the hospital where he died. R.I.P. Justin Benner.
ICE cops jail a man with leukemia who died in their custody. R.I.P. Prisciliano Trejo Ricano.
Cop in Flint, Michigan is charged with attempted murder.
ICE cop in Aurora, Colorado shoots a protester outside of a detention facility.
Cop in Garden Grove, California is charged after having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl he met through the Police Youth Outreach Explorer program.
Cop in Bucks County, Pennsylvania is charged with photographing inmates while they are naked.
Jail cop in Minneapolis is charged with sexually assaulting an inmate.
Jail cop in Middlesex County, New Jersey is charged with sexually abusing an inmate.
Cop in Tyler, Texas pleads guilty to exploitation of a child in order to produce child sex abuse material.
Cop in Miami Gardens, Florida charged with domestic violence.
Cop in St. Johns County, Florida is arrested for violating a restraining order.
Cop in Pitt County, North Carolina kills his police canine by leaving him in a hot patrol car.
Cops in Winnebago County, Illinois kill a dog.
Cops in Oroville, California kill a dog.
There we have it. And we're back.
Yep. Well,
we took a week off. Now we're back.
all the dopamine I felt from watching Spider-Man is now
exactly. We're like, wow, that's why we were having such a good time yesterday. We were just living life, watching movies, talking about it, having a beer.
No, I love how the cops, all these stories are tragic, but like, the one where the cop killed his canine unit, his own. That's the one that's gonna all the human life, and I don't mean to diminish animal life, but I'm only speaking to the rage, the privilege feel about animals comparatively to the human life that's also get lost on a day-to-day basis. And they'll speak out about the dogs.
Yeah, and remember the DOJ estimates that cops kill 10,000 dogs a year. 10,000. That's DOJ. Other estimates put it at 6 figures. I also wanted to highlight the man with leukemia that not only was in ICE custody, like already a travesty that a man with this sort of disease has to go through detention for just being undocumented, and has died. And this is like this, almost every week we talk about someone who just dies in ICE custody. Usually we know very little about what happened, but it happens so often that it's not something, that should just be like put under the radar. I think obviously when ICE kills someone in cold blood in broad daylight, it's obvious why that makes mainstream news headlines. Yeah. But I feel like these deaths are kind of more quietly going under the radar. And then I also wanted to talk about, we have yet another, says right here, cop in Garden Grove, California, charged after having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl he met through a police youth outreach program, now specifically the Explorer program. Now, we have to bring this up so often that police, obviously every week we talk about police abusing children, but how often it happens through this program that's designed to reach out to the youth, designed to connect cops with kids, and time again, they are abusing and preying on those kids. And the most famous case, which is still ongoing, in Boston, the death of Sandra Birchmore. Remember, we talked about this. She was in the Youth Explorer program as a teenage girl, developed a sexual relationship with 2 predatory cops in Boston, and then she was found to have, quote unquote, committed suicide while, lo and behold, pregnant with one of these cops' kid. Fuck. And so obviously that's being investigated as a murder. This is an extreme case, but time and time again, we're seeing cops abuse and prey on kids in their own outreach program. So just hard to fucking wrap your mind around the type of shit that we allow to happen in this country when it comes to policing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try. Look, I'm gonna just be real. We need more people to listen to this damn show. So I'm gonna start doing every week. We always tell you, 5 stars, sign up for our Patreon. All right, we're gonna go more specific now. Okay, if you're listening, please, if you want to help us out, if you want to get this podcast if you enjoy it, you want it to more people to listen to it, send it to someone. Send it to a friend. If you don't mind, we really appreciate that. Send this podcast to someone you know would enjoy it. We would really, really, really appreciate that.
Please.
Yes, thank you.
It'd be cool. Okay, you guys can listen together, as a group.
Yeah.
But actually listen on separate devices, though.
You could watch the YouTube of it together. Yeah. It's like watching TV. It's like watching Spider-Man with your bro. Those are the best times you can have.
It's literally the same thing. We'll even do the post-credit scene. It's called the Patreon. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, dude, you're good at this. Okay, so before we get into our main stories for today, just a quick, we call these updates on ongoing stories we cover. But back to cops arresting sober people for DUI. This is one of the things we talk about all the time that is not being covered enough. One thing was Flock. Now, finally, it feels good that finally it's pierced the mainstream. People are fucking talking about this. But I think eventually we'll be talking about this phenomenon like this as well. Cops all over the country, different states, epidemic of people being arrested for DUI after they blow 0.0 on a breathalyzer, after they pass their field sobriety test, they give their blood and they get 0.0, still getting arrested, still being charged with DUI. We can't know for sure why this happens, but one thing we do know is cops have a lot of incentives when it comes to overtime with spending time to book people off these arrests. A lot of states have DUI quota, sort of cleaning up our streets, translating into a DUI quota, translating into cops just being incentivized to arrest you, throw you in jail, potentially ruin your damn life.
These niggas out there every day. We just work every day the same way you clock a shift when you're like, oh damn, I gotta make a sale. I gotta make one. How am I gonna? Their sale is how am I gonna arrest one person that'll take me off of the. It'll boost my quotas and, get me inside for 6 hours booking this guy.
And then they just clock out, go home. Oh, great day at the office. Really got my numbers up today.
Do it again tomorrow, the next day, until I retire.
So we got two stories. Both of these are coming out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And they kind of mirror each other. One, we got a man has been awarded $500,000 off of this shit. Same thing.
Pretty nice.
Blue 0.0 blood test, was thrown in jail. Now he gets $500,000. And at the same time, a Fort Collins CSU student has just started his lawsuit off the exact same thing, arrested, charged with DUI while being sober.
You should get that, because just think of the psychological damage I've had to deal with. You're gaslighting me into telling me I'm drunk. You're like, you're drunk. No, I'm not. Actually, this is pretty sober. Nah, you look fucked up right now.
Yeah, and then
I look fucked up.
And then you could end up in jail in a situation where you can't really make bail. You can't afford to get out right away, and now you've missed work. You've missed seeing your kids. You have been fired. You might lose custody of your child. Like, it could really ruin your life. Yeah. So, what are our stories for today? First story, we're going to L.A. Reading here from KTLA, hot off the presses. Cop faces 13 years in prison for secretly recording sexist, homophobic, racist remarks allegedly made by fellow LAPD officers, the DA's office says. Damn. These are the stories we live for on this podcast. This is what this show is about.
This is what Chris Dorner exists.
This is what we call a juicy story here. So let me read a little bit of it before we get to discuss here. A Los Angeles Police Department officer was charged with 16 felonies Friday for illegally recording conversations with his fellow officers that allegedly contained sexist, homophobic, and racist remarks, the LA County District Attorney's Office announced. The officer, 43-year-old Daniel Flores, allegedly taped portions of conversations while he was assigned to a unit that performed background investigations into candidates seeking jobs with the LAPD.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Literally what discrimination laws are built for.
Exactly. These are people in charge of hiring people.
Oh my God.
And they're being racist,
they're literally
sexist,
it's not
homophobic.
Even like, oh my God.
It's literally discrimination law.
It's like it's the portal into how racism proliferates in the justice system, because the people who are hiring cops are racist as hell.
Yes.
And they're bringing aboard people who will discriminate against people on the streets. They'll bring on more racists who will then go and be discriminative to and apply unequal justice to the people they hate. Yeah. And it's just like, it shows you how. And instead of promoting this man to Sarge, they're like, no, you got to get. Our officers should be allowed to talk about how they want to round up Filipinos and fucking put.
They were like, we're getting your background check. We're trying to find your old tweets. We couldn't find any. It's like, yeah, actually, I got permanently banned on Twitter for my tweets. You're hired.
Yeah.
You're hired. You got the stuff we're looking for here at the LAPD. Now say a slur. So yeah, let's go back here. The recordings were taped secretly without the permission of his fellow officers. The DA said, quote, this is the DA. DA, the head prosecutor. This case serves as a warning to anyone seeking to record a conversation without the other person's permission, and that doing so is illegal and has been a crime in the state of California for over 50 years, Hochman said. It doesn't matter where you work or who you are. A neighbor, a coworker. This guy's so passionate about recording conversations. Your neighbor, your coworker, or in this case, a police officer. Your right to privacy and a confidential conversation is protected, no matter who is doing the recording or, with few exceptions, why they are doing the recording. For those illegal eavesdroppers, please know that my office will prosecute them for their actions surreptitiously recording others. The conversations were taped in 2024. The recordings. Oh, I'm still doing the act out. Okay, act out. I was still up in arms.
To the roles.
Yeah. The conversations were taped in 2024. The recordings performed on officers responsible for hiring potential candidates allegedly included sexist, homophobic, and racist remarks. Flores was charged with 16 felony counts of eavesdropping or recording confidential communications. His arraignment is scheduled for August 10th in Department 30 of the Folds Criminal Justice Center.
That's a fucking...
Hold on, last very important sentence. If convicted, he faces up to 13 years in state prison.
Insane. Insane. He exposed the discriminatory practices that these cops literally do, and he's getting in trouble for the exposing.
Yes.
He's like literally, and they have the gall to do
He's a whistleblower. It's funny. He's a whistleblower off the least consequential shit. It's not like Edward Snowden revealed that the NSA was spying on us. Yeah. John Kiriakou revealed we had a secret torture program. This guy's like, do y'all know that cops are racist?
Yeah, and they're
like, yeah, you're going to jail, bro. No one's going to care because this is not that much of a revelation, really.
Also, they're probably going to put that recording of all those cops saying all those racist, sexist remarks on Spotify. She's going to do Joe Rogan new number one podcast.
Release the tapes. Release the tapes. We want to hear these tapes.
Don't release the tapes. Them niggas going to end up on Kill Tony. Oh shit! Here's my minute.
Oh my god! Yeah,
recording of this.
They're gonna do numbers, dude.
No, that is fucking insane, bro.
And the language is so funny here. Like he's being charged with eavesdropping.
Yeah, I know.
Eavesdropping is a crime.
What are you in here for? For being a nosy Nancy?
Yeah, exactly.
I got booked.
He's been charged with felony tattletaling. And he's doing 13 years in state prison for eavesdropping.
It's literally like somebody be like, hey, man, they've been shitting in the ice cream machine? And he'd be like, how dare you tell people they've been shitting in the ice cream machine? That's fucked up. I'm going to get some ice cream.
And you got to feel for this poor guy. I mean, look, he's clearly some sort of naive, got into the police force, expecting it to not be racist, sexist, and homophobic.
What the fuck? Can you believe what they're saying?
Shocked by this. His worldview has been turned upside down, and he's like, I have to be the change. This is actually the lesson for the police. Do not be the change you want to see. Do not listen to Gandhi, because you're gonna go to jail if you try to do that shit as a cop.
It's like going to an Equinox in Chelsea and being like, oh my god. There's so many gay people. What is happening?
Yeah. And, of course, we have to bring up this DA going on and on about the right to privacy. This is, again,
insane.
Everyone's talking about flock cameras right now. Everyone's talking about drones with cameras on them. And we're supposed to believe that this DA is so passionate about our right to privacy.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
You should only not be recorded when making, racist, homophobic, sexist statements. It's just,
Exactly.
I don't get in what world this,
It's one thing if my ex-girlfriend is taking a different route home from work as usual. Now, that's my right as an American to know that.
It's like the consistent bad takes that come from these, like, police PR firms. And just, like, directly oppose, the public is like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? No. Your cops are racist and y'all won't do anything about it. Y'all are mad that they got caught. You're mad that you got caught.
Yeah,
that's what they're mad at. They literally are criminalizing this guy because they got caught literally being racist and fucking bigoted.
Discriminatory hiring practices. But that's not legal.
But it's the wrong era. It's Trump era. It's the age of fucking apocalypse and shit.
No, I mean, dude, if Biden was president, they'd be doing the exact same thing right now.
You are absolutely correct. I apologize. But you
don't have to formally apologize.
But yeah, no, that's fucking insane. Free him, Chad Whistleblower.
And let me finish off this article. Quote: or just our excerpt that we want to read for y'all. Quote: We deplore the sexist, homophobic, and racist remarks made by certain LAPD employees, and they should be held accountable for such statements, Hochman said, again, the DA. However, in our all-party consent state, where California has been one of the nation's leaders in protecting privacy and deterring illegal eavesdropping for over half a century, one cannot simply choose to break the law because one wants to pursue a personal agenda. The options are to not break the law or do nothing. One can address important issues by going through the proper legal channels. If one chooses a law-breaking path instead, then the consequences will be straightforward and significant. If you tell on us that we're bigots, you're going to be in jail for 13 years.
Yeah. The real wrong here is you telling on people. That's the real. That's how you're trying to frame it to us. Like, but that doesn't even it just doesn't fly by the public. Even like the most the most pro cop guy is also gonna be like, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with what they're saying.
Exactly. And it's sort of imagining like there's an assumption here of like, and look, I'm not a lawyer, let me just say that, but I'm just thinking like as just a human, like there's an assumption here that this conversation was like private, like it was like in these hushed private, this is just between you and me, I could easily imagine they're just sitting at their office, just saying this shit out loud, saying this shit to anyone who's in earshot, having a good time at work, and they're trying to present it as like some violation of sacred privacy between two human beings.
He rappelled down and planted a fucking tracking device, listening device, and he illegally wiretapped us. Like,
he probably just put his phone on the table, hit like, record, and just captured the nonsense going on at work.
Yeah, no, damn, dude, that sucks. 13 fucking years.
Meanwhile,
man.
Cops have AI facial recognition on every fucking corner of the city.
Your phone is constantly recording you without your permission. Every time I pick up my phone, it's just like, heard you talking about fucking video games. Here's the same exact video games you've been talking about on IG, Facebook, TikTok, like just the same ad throughout all social medias. And I'm like, how the fuck do they know? How does every social media ad know what I've been talking about when I open up my phone?
Meanwhile, this DA is like, why did I get into law enforcement? To uphold all-party consent laws in California, the very thing that separates us from the animals. Anyways, I'm done.
No, that's I feel bad for this guy.
Free this guy, free this cop.
He seems to be the one cop who really did go in. He clearly was like, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make change.
This is what happens.
Discovered. Like, I could normally, look, my instinct is to be like, fuck you, well, you were a cop, so fuck you. I don't know how you went through 200 years of fucking policing history and still decided you wanted to fucking sign up. But apparently this guy's fucking living under a rock and then somehow discovered the hard way by the justice system's fucked up because now he's a victim of it.
Yeah.
And
that sucks, bro. I feel for you. I'm going to laugh a little bit. I apologize for that. But,
good luck, bro.
I wish you the best. Free you.
LA. Oh, and it's LA. LA was like, they were like, nigga, come on. It's us. The LAPD.
The LAPD.
You think you're uncovering something here?
Yeah.
Can I say I had to tell you a little something about the fucking LA riots, my nigga?
Yeah,
Rodney?
the famous LA police gangs, the ones that are formally acting.
Oh.
You know how police act like gangs, but in LA, they literally have gang tattoos. Like, that's what you're dealing with out there.
I just discovered something about the LA police. They're racist.
Oh my God.
What, bro? Quick! Call someone.
Yeah.
We
dude.
should tell someone ASAP.
It's really making me recontextualize Rodney King now that I think about this for the first time.
What? Dude, what, dude? All right, let's move on. We're going to go to Austin, Texas. A bit of a less fun story, even though that story wasn't that fun in the beginning because I don't like people getting fucked. Yeah. That guy's definitely getting fucked. But we're going to Austin, Texas via KUT. Austin police fatally shoot unarmed teenager in what they say may be suicide by police. What they say may be suicide by police. You know, one of the greatest excuses cops can have to fucking murder people, the most convenient. He
was asking for it.
Which is, we're going to get into it. It's one of the most insane concepts employed by the police, police departments. But police officers killed an unarmed 17-year-old.
Reading from KUT.
Oh, sorry. I said that. But Austin, Texas via KUT. Austin police fatally shoot unarmed teenager in what they say may be suicide by police. Police officers killed an unarmed 17-year-old in Northeast Austin on Friday morning in what Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis characterized as potentially a suicide by police. The Austin Police Department responded to a 911 call at 3:51 a.m. Friday about a teen in a parking lot possibly brandishing a gun. Officers responded to the scene and found the 17-year-old black male on the playground at a community park in the 10100 block of Baden Lane. Davis said at a press conference on a Friday afternoon. So far, it's just black kid.
A black kid on the playground.
Very Tamir Rice coded. Body cam, except he's 17. Body cam footage released by APD on Friday shows officers approaching the playground and telling the teen to keep his hands up repeatedly. Shortly after, the teen appears to lift his shirt and reach for his waistband, and officers immediately fire multiple times, causing him to fall to the ground. Officers shoot again in response to the teen apparently moving on the ground. After securing the scene, Davis said the officers rendered aid until Austin Travis County EMS arrived. The teen died on the scene at 4:24 a.m. APD said it will release the teen's name after identification from the Travis County's medical examiner's office. Officers didn't find a gun on the scene. A water bottle was in the teen's waistband, Davis said.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, let's pause real quick. Sorry to interrupt. So the article... We know his name now. We mentioned it up top. Let me scroll back up. His name is Anthoneil Williams II, 17-year-old kid, and this is just unbelievable. Like you could look at the body camera footage. I don't recommend it. It's one of the worst I've ever seen, but it's quite literally unbelievable. So this kid is at this playground. They're immediately coming up with guns drawn. And they're immediately like saying commands like hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. He has his hands up. They're like already at 10 out of 10, right? He puts his hand down for 1 second. They don't do a good job describing it in this article. It literally sounds like 30 shots are fired. It literally, for 6 entire seconds, multiple gunshots. And not only is it like you're clearly trying to murder this kid, you're outside in public. There's other people around. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all thinking? There's a moment where the shots die down, and then, like it says in this article, I mean, listen to this sentence. Officers shoot again in response to the teen apparently moving on the ground. So after unloading, they see this kid has a sign of life. And what do? They start shooting again. And, like, I get, like, there's the fear of, like, and then, of course, he has no gun, unarmed, water bottle.
Also, it's Texas, where you can have a gun at the age of 18. It's a
great point.
I mean, his kid was 17, but how do you, if you can have a gun at the age of 18?
They didn't know he was
that's what I'm saying.
17.
Or that's literally, that's what I'm saying right now. If I look at an 18-year-old, I'm not going to be able to differentiate him from a 17-year-old. So if an 18-year-old's allowed to have a gun, when you pull up on a 17-year-old, there's reason to stance that could be a grown man.
Yes, it's classic. That's a great point because it's classic, like police like retroactively kind of justifying their actions. Both saying like, oh, it would have been illegal for him to have a gun now that we know he's 17. Yeah. Also, he was trying to do suicide by cop. Now that we killed him, that's something we could say. But yeah, you want to keep.
And it's like he didn't even have a gun. So the gun thing is just.
Yes, he didn't even have a gun. You're right. He had a water bottle.
I only mentioned
unarmed teenager.
I only mentioned it to undercut their point of he might have had a gun, which your response to it, if him having a gun was if he was a legal gun holding person, was irresponsible.
Yes,
it was just. But I will continue. APD said it determined that the initial 911 call came from the teen's phone. Audio from the call shared by police starts with the dispatcher asking if the caller needs police, fire, EMS, or mental health services. The caller responded with police. Police radio traffic audio released by APD indicates that the caller hung up and didn't respond to a follow-up call. All points are indicating that this was a suicide by police, David said, which is a strange thing to have. That the concept of suicide by police. That's like being like, you mean the people who are supposed to help you?
Yeah.
The niggas who are supposed to help you, you can just, that's just a thing?
Yeah.
That's like literally being like, wow, I was actually, he was burned to death by the firefighters.
It's such an absurd concept that we've all accepted. We all know this term suicide by cop. In what other scenario can someone point a gun at someone, kill them, and be like, that guy just committed suicide?
Yeah. And also the fact that it's a ubiquitous term that's just part of culture is insane in the sense of like, if you know your organization has a suicide issue, quote unquote, yes, then you go to mitigate that. That little fucking suicide tower that's in Manhattan that was closed down for 6 months because niggas was like, yeet, and just fucking throw themselves off of the whole thing. They closed that because they were like, the organization, the installation was like, we clearly have a fucking suicide problem that we have to address.
Yeah.
And so we're going to implement guardrails, but the police have a suicide problem that they need to address, and there's just no guardrails implemented. Yeah. There's just like, and there's even no examining how it's possible that suicide. Why? How is that? Why is that a thing? Oh, it's because you guys fucking walk in there. You guys have no like. You have this shoot anything that moves mentality.
Yep. It's a great point. The fact that they use it as like a justification, like, okay, even if someone wants to kill themselves in this way, it's still inexcusable.
Yeah.
Like your
what
job
the fuck are you doing?
Is not to kill people who are going through a mental health crisis. Yeah. That's essentially all it is. Yeah. I've talked about this before, but if you are interested in this topic, California Law Review recently put out, it's like less than a year old, this detailed study on this topic of quote unquote suicide by cop. And they basically, their findings are, while there are real cases of this, they're not saying this never happens. They're saying there are probably real cases of this, but it seems like the police are able to use this as a legal tactic so often where they'll go to court and they'll literally have police defense lawyers come up and imagine this. Imagine your son was killed by the police, and now the defense lawyers are coming up and saying, well, look, did you know that her son was seeing a therapist? Mm-hmm. Did you know that their son once expressed that they were depressed? Mm-hmm. So he wanted us to kill them, and we're innocent of any wrongdoing. Like, that seems to happen much, much, much more often than someone legitimately trying to get the cop to kill them.
Yeah, every time you interact with the police, you have to go up against their projection of fear that they just exude, and like they're just fucking tweaked out. And it's like, why do we constantly call out these fucking squirmy, freaked out, tweaked out murderers to come help us? I don't get why we keep doing that. They're like, oh no, I need help. Let me call this fucking terrified man who's scared to walk in, so he needs to lead with a gun because he's scared of his life. All right, I got my gun first. Who needs help? It's like,
exactly.
Okay, well,
exactly, because like the defense, what the police is saying right now, and I'll admit there is some validity to this, like very little, but I will acknowledge it. So they're saying that that kid called them and he maybe someone else, other people called and said that maybe this kid has a gun. So they were worried that this kid might have a gun. Now, remember, he did not, but he had his hands up, and then he starts reaching down, and that could be a scary moment for a cop. But going what you said, in what world is this a professional task force where in that moment they all just start unloading their guns? Remember, they're outside in a public place. In what world is this normal and acceptable for all these guys to just be blindly unloading their guns, killing this kid, and then once he starts moving, they start shooting again?
Yeah, no, the mentality behind
Unacceptable.
Mentality behind it is like it's just plain evil. To be able to commit those acts is like acts of evil and the guise of like that they're helping people is even worse. It's like to proceed with shooting a body, you have to have like, it ain't courage. It's like,
it's the opposite. Living in absolute fear, driven by racism, and complete lack of regard. And absolutely just lunacy.
Man, they just get to come around and do a gang murder and kill a kid in the worst way fashionable, and then just walk away with like as if we're not supposed to look at them like they're psychos.
Yeah,
like they're just like they don't have like we're just supposed to look at them like they're normal and the same. Like okay, all right, next day. No, nigga, y'all shot up, y'all got together and fucking murdered a kid.
Killed a kid. Unarmed kid.
With just fucking rounds and rounds of bullets. Y'all are psychos.
Yeah.
This is in any other time in the Wild Wild West, nigga, the town would have like had to be like, we need to hire a fucking some bandits or something to get these fucking ruffians out of. This is absurd. But no accountability in because we just are supposed to accept this as a everyday part of life.
Yeah. So R.I.P. to Anthoneil Williams II, and we'll definitely keep y'all updated on this story. It obviously just happened, and so once things start coming together, we'll go back to it. So next, we are going to Madison, Wisconsin. Reading here from ARS Technica. Here's a dystopian story for y'all. A missing underscore sent innocent man to prison for 18 months.
Oof.
One missing underscore in a Skyrim-themed username put an innocent Nova Scotia man in prison for 18 months. A 2018 child luring investigation. It gets more and more nightmarish with each passing word.
Child luring investigation.
Not a place you want to make typos.
No, he's like, you gotta understand. My username is I love kids 33 underscore 33. His is I love kids.
Yeah, they're like Elder Scrolls. What kind of roles you trying to play here, son? In this role playing game that you got?
So fucked.
It is. So 2018 child luring investigation, which began in Madison, Wisconsin, and eventually extended to Halifax, Canada, was based on a false premise. Police were looking for a man using Kik messaging service under the name, Fuss, 2 underscores, Row, 1 underscore, Da. Do you know what that is? Are you a Skyrim guy?
No, those Norwegian names, man. They get out of hand.
These Norwegian elf names.
These niggas got fucking asterisks in there. Hey, what the fuck?
Orlando Bloom named this guy? What's going on?
No, what's his Skyrim name? I think I know how to read usernames. I just think that's a dumb one.
Fussroda, whatever. But it's important that he has 2 underscores right there. But they accidentally requested records for the username Fussroda with 1 less underscore. So one of those underscores is actually 2 underscores, and they did 1 underscore each. This 1 character difference led them not to the perpetrator, but a Canadian man named Brandon Claim. God damn. As readers, this is in parentheses, as readers may recognize Fussroda as the unrelenting force Dragon Shout from Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
Yeah, okay. There's the thing called in Skyrim. There's a thing called the Dragonborn, and you get powers, and that is Fuss Rodat.
Yeah, see, I knew you would know this shit. Yeah, there we go.
I do. Is you get the your Dragonborn, you get it's basically a big ass shout. It's like rah, and then a dragon shout happens.
Ashton's like, actually, that is an awesome username.
Yeah, it's all clicking immediately. It's like,
Damn, this is one of your brothers, bro. They got him.
Free.
Despite finding no evidence of the crime on his digital devices, Canadian police arrested Claim in 2020 on child sex abuse charges.
Damn, bro. Insane.
I know.
Whoa.
You will never recover from that. I could never recover from that.
And the fact that they're like...
Just kill me, bro. Like, fuck, literally just kill me.
I don't even have evidence. Okay, so you should let me go? Nah. That's crazy.
It's just the username. That's all they got on him is a username. He was convicted after a trial in 2023 and served...
What kind of court? Who is your lawyer, nigga? How are you not able to rectify that immediately? What? How is that not the first? Your Honor, I think I understand the confusion.
Yeah.
They went after it's underscore, because he did, that's the thing. He put 2 underscores, and the guy they were looking for had 1 underscore.
Yeah.
Okay, and even more confusing.
Look, Ashton, yes, in hindsight, we could say this.
Your Honor, do you have a keyboard? We'll work this out in real time right now. Type this name. That's mine, and then that's
the fact this went through like all the levers of justice, like all the things we have set up to ensure that people get a fair shot. Evidence. The jury was there. Like who's the jury?
People.
Bring me the judge, the jury, the lawyers,
the fact that there
bailiff.
Probably were documentations where they had to probably type out the usernames and even the difference. Someone had to be like, yeah, these are different usernames.
So we are gonna get there. So he was convicted after a trial in 2023 and sentenced in 2024 to 18 months in prison. He served the full term. And this is a little aside. You brought this up right away. We were talking about this earlier. 18 months for child sex crimes. Yeah. The hell, Canada? I think you're being a little too polite to your child sex criminals. In this case, I'm glad it was only 18 months. Probably the only time I'll say that in my life when it comes to child sex crimes. But 18 months? All right.
Nigga didn't even do enough time to get to Elder Scrolls 6. Nigga said, all right, by the time you get out, the DLC will be 2 weeks away.
Yeah. So even after release, Claim continued to fight this conviction, obviously. Yeah. In the process of preparing his appeal, the username mistake that led to all these years of disruption was finally discovered. On Thursday, the Nova Scotia Court of Appeal overturned Claim's conviction, writing, quote, Mr. Claim...
Our bad.
We're good, right, though?
Yikes, brother.
Look, we've all been there.
Play us fuck up.
Mr. Claim is factually innocent of the offenses. He should never have been charged, let alone convicted.
Woo!
Our bad.
Well, glad that one's over. Who wants coffee? And you're like, nah, nigga, what the fuck?
The case began in 2018. From August through December of that year, a 12-year-old Wisconsin girl communicated with an adult male through the Kik messaging service. During a check of the girl's phone, her mother found an inappropriate photo of the male and called local police.
That's the craziest part about all this. They had this guy locked up for a year. Meanwhile, this other dude is just on Kik doing pop the balloon challenges with 8-year-olds.
Yeah, he's doing all the weird dragon noises, whatever weird
live stream luring traps. What the fuck? Oh, just for a whole year. They probably never even caught the real nigga. Nigga just probably never had to change his username.
There is no word on the actual guy. He's out there still kicking it up, probably. Also, and meanwhile, these cops are going to bed like, wow, we really did something good today. We got a creep off the streets. No, you didn't.
Yeah, and this is where I will have to victim blame a little, because here's the problem. Nigga, you are on Kik. That is where pedophiles go. Yeah. That is just factual. Yeah. That is the pedophile platform. That's the platform you go when you go, oh man, I need to make sure that it's every Kik streamer, they don't like age of consent laws. That's the vibe I always get from the Kik streamers. So that's like we're the ones who, that's where they go.
So just take it as you went to jail for being on Kik as an adult.
Go to Twitch.
Which should be a crime. It should be a real charge.
Yeah, go to Twitch, bro.
18 months. That's actually reasonable. That's a reasonable sentence for being on Kick as an adult.
Yeah.
Kick,
Yeah.
Snapchat, Club
Not
Penguin.
for sexual, not for child sexual.
Yes.
But for, just to clarify.
For being on these
apps.
apps.
The app. Yeah,
Yes.
just alone.
That should trigger a SWAT team right away. Right when you,
as soon as you sign up
Exactly.
and press I agree.
Yeah, right when you identify the bikes and the stop signs.
Instead of when they go, are you over the age of 18? And you click yes, that's when they come in.
Then what are you doing here, buddy?
What the fuck is going on, bro? What are you? That was not a.
Okay.
But, all right. Let's.
The Dane County Sheriff's Department responded. So we're going back to what originally happened. The mom called, and the cops answered. A deputy took the phone, and the department ran a forensic search on it. The report identified 125 Kick messages between the girl and an adult with the username Fuss Roda. Again, 2 underscores after Fuss. To identify the person, the cops contacted Kick, but their subpoena accidentally requested information about the Kick user Fuss Roda, only 1 underscore after Fuss. So, fitting for our podcast, the mistake gets traced back to the cops. They put in the wrong username.
And okay, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. I swear I am not on the cop side.
Uh-huh.
How many niggas out there with the name Fuss Roda?
Well, you said it's a clear reference in Skyrim.
Yeah, but underscore, like exactly spelled. The only difference is, because it's, okay, guys, when you look at the username, because I saw the 2 usernames, there are a lot of underscores all throughout the username. There's like 3 separate spaces for underscores.
Yes.
You know how you go, it goes Fuss, Roda, and there's an underscore in each spot. But in the, I believe, the innocent man's username, there's, in one of the slots, there's actually a secret second underscore.
It's you flipped it. The guy who actually was trying to talk to this girl had the double underscore, which is why he was able to escape because they didn't put the double. They didn't do the extra underscore. So instead, it went to the innocent
pedophile genius. Fuck.
Yeah. If this
mastermind pedophile.
If the innocent guy hadn't been so excited about Fuss Roda and thought of it so quickly that he didn't need the extra underscore, he wouldn't have been in jail.
And he's so innocent because he's just a fan of a game.
He's a fan.
I'm a gamer. I'm just in
adorable.
here. I love Skyrim, even though it's a game that's been out for fucking 27 years already, and they refuse to make Elder Scrolls 6. He's just holding on, man. They've built better open world fantasy video games, but he's down.
Missing out.
Not even missing out. He's just about the OG. He's like, no, this is the fucking foundational. It's Skyrim, baby.
Yes,
I know that this, started birth a realm of open world fantasy video games that everybody's been eating off of. But I'm with the OG. Fuss or die, bro. Dude, that nigga is fucking. That's a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying. This is your brother, bro. This is terrible.
Shit is tragic, my nigga. This shit is terrible.
But don't get off Kick. Don't be on Kick.
Pour out some Mountain Dew for the homie.
Sprinkle some Hajito dust in your blunts tonight, y'all. Light one up for our brother in arms. Kick provided claims email address in response. Google records show that this email address was used to access Google services from an IP address in Canada. So the Dane County investigators turned the case over to Halifax Regional Police. Halifax Police took the IP address that had been given to local internet provider Bell Alient. Bell connected the IP address to the physical address of their subscriber, Brandon Claim. The cops then obtained a search warrant for Claim's residence, took phones and laptops from his bedroom. Searching these devices produced no evidence relevant to the case. Nothing linked Claim to the girl.
What is court?
No intimate images were found. Claim did have a Kick account, but cops couldn't even show that he had accessed the service during the period in question.
What is the judicial system?
Yeah.
Like, what is...
That's a good question.
Because, it seems to be, pardon me for getting all my information from media and pop culture. I'm sorry. CSI. You know, I just hear classic detectives be like, but we need a motive. Yeah. We got to have evidence. We can't just, make a claim and expect the criminal.
Yeah. CSI taught us that investigators are like these autistic geniuses who have like this esoteric knowledge of all these things.
They walk in a room and they're able to rebuild a crime with their mind, and they're just like, actually, he nutted here. And then they bring out the yellow light and they're like, whoa, he did nut here. And they're just like, I saw it.
Meanwhile, they're busting down doors over like typos and shit, ruining people's lives.
But they don't even have to do the evidence part.
Yeah,
seems in conviction.
Dude, I'll get too paranoid to hit send on an email before like double, triple, quadruple checking it for typos.
Yeah.
Let alone a child sex abuse charge onto someone.
And it's just like the levels of like you don't have evidence. Also, the claim the man is making, well, his alibi. The statement. His alibi checks out. Nigga didn't even check out the alibi. You can't even. Niggas ain't checking out my alibi. What? That's great. There was a failure for this man. It's so not even at so many levels. It was just. It clearly was. Somebody hate this nigga.
You know what? This article does not mention anything about him like doing a lawsuit. Like, bro, get $1 million off of this.
Bro, you should be.
Please.
You about to be racked up.
Please.
Nigga about to
Are you that much of just a harmless, gentle nerd that you're just willing to just move on with your life? No, bro, get your bag,
bro,
dude.
Your next kick stream better have fucking golden microphones, fucking money gun, all police dollars, bitch. He's just like, I'm doing cash giveaways, bitches.
Yeah, dude.
You should be racked the fuck up.
You need to take a public service away from Canada, claim it as yours, cash it out, and it's yours now. Sure, the pool is closed, but fuck that pool. You are owed $1 million for this.
Niggas like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't play video games anymore. I play with these Benjis. I play with counting this money. Okay, we can move on.
We'll move on.
But we're going to a fun. I hope you guys. This is funny. The next story is a funny story, because and a shout out to it. I saw this story literally today. Before Jaffer called me with the rundown of the show, I was already scrolling Twitter, whatever the fuck app I was on. And I saw a funny video, and I was like, that's hilarious. And then Jaffer was like,
Destiny.
We're going to talk about this video I saw. And I was like, nigga, I just watched that shit. But
we're going to Detroit.
Via WYXZ. That sounds like the radio station Martin Lawrence was on Martin. WZUP, what's up? No, that's what that was. Brawl video puts embattled Detroit police commissioner back in the spotlight. Do you hear that? A video of a brawl. To clarify, puts embattled Detroit police commissioner back in the spotlight. We're gonna explain the story, but I genuinely implore you guys, you gotta watch this video. It's pretty funny. You not just watch the video, you gotta watch the news report where he is trying to explain himself, because
let's get to the story.
Detroit Police Commissioner Darius Morris is making no apologies for what he did or did not do when he found himself in the midst of a violent brawl happening Tuesday in the city. He got what comes behind it. He got a hard lesson, and I was not about to stop it, Morris said, of a man who was seen being repeatedly punched after a brawl erupted. The Detroit Police Department is aware of the video, according to a spokesperson, and is actively looking into what happened.
So he's witnessing a man getting pummeled brutally, and he's like, what am I going to do about that?
He was like, okay, I'm going to keep reading.
I'm a man. I'm going to mind my own business.
Yeah, he was like, world star. He turned on his body cam only to be like, I'm uploading this to World Star. Like, that's, and he's dressed in the video. He's just dressed he looks like just a normal street nigga too. He's just like regular on the corner. But I'll keep reading.
He's like, Snitches Get Stitches. Fuck 12. What do you want me to do here?
Legitimately, he is like that. We're gonna get into it. He legitimately. I watched the fucking news read on it. All right, we're gonna get into it. You don't have to get the police involved all the time. The police said. This is a situation where there was mutual combat. It started, Morris said, when two women began to fight. Morris and others were in the crowd watching. Morris was not seen throwing any punches, but says at some point he observed a man strike a woman. Someone decided to intervene, pushed him off of her, Morris said. Once he pushed him off of her, the man got up, went to retaliate against him. So two women were fighting.
A man jumped in.
Yeah, a man jumped in.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
We now got a man hit a woman in this whole thing where he's still just hanging back.
Yeah. Multiple. He's like, this is mutual.
Like, there is a way, like, if you take what he says on face value, it is like somewhat relatable. Like, do the cops have to be involved in everything?
That is
no.
100%.
Are there times where mutual combat could just be an agreed upon thing? Yes. It sounds nice until you watch the video and see what was going on.
Dog, that nigga was refereeing like Don King. He was like in the corner. I'm not even kidding. Dog, there was a point.
Yeah, so explain the visual of
it wasn't just a fight, by the way. It was someone should intervene because at one point the first thing I saw was
it was not like, sorry to interrupt. It's not like what you would call mutual combat. There was none of that like sportsman-like. This situation needed to be dealt with immediately.
It was a WWE brawl. When I opened the first image I saw was a nigga in the air. Like, and slamming a nigga down on the ground like he dunked him on the ground. Yeah. And then once the guy falls, what comes into view as the guy's falling is the police commissioner. You're like, damn!
I mean, when you said world star, that perfectly encapsulates
Literally.
And he's got his hat on with a badge on it.
I didn't even see that part. Yeah. Oh my God, no.
And so this guy he's on the ground. He's getting absolutely pummeled. It's like a moment where like, all right, fight's over. But instead of being a police commissioner in any semblance, he is behind the guy doing the pummeling and shadowing the pummeling with him. Like, get in there.
Like Don King. Sometimes you're a police commissioner, sometimes you're a boxing commissioner, right? Some days
he was really like a corner guy.
Yes.
Like in UFC, the coach in the corner being like, all right, now do this, now do that. And that's what he was doing to this guy getting absolutely pummeled in this brawl involving women and men.
And I'm going to continue because you guys got to understand this nigga should not have this job. But yeah, I'll keep going. I'm going to restart the story so it can be clear. Yeah, this is a situation where there was mutual combat. It started, Morris said, when two women began to fight. Morris and others were in the crowd watching. Morris was not seen throwing any punches, but says at some point he observed a man hit a woman. Someone decided to intervene, push him off of her. Once he pushed him off of her...
This is Morris talking.
Yeah, this is the commissioner. Morris says, once he pushed him off of her, the man got up, went to retaliate against him, swung on him twice. He ducked the punch and was able to pick him up and put him on his back. That's the part I came in on. And so when he said he was able to pick him up and put him on the back, he literally body slammed him like the Big Show onto cement or like onto some like fucking street ground, nigga, like your grandma's porch where it's like half cement, half grass. It's like
and the way the commissioner is like recounting the fight is still like it's so not professional. Like an actual officer would be like, "Well, there was a violent interaction."
He opens up. He's like, "Nigga." You nigga,
what does that mean? Put him in a full Nelson. He's literally like that
guy. You mean Freaky Zeke? Yeah.
He's on the news talking like this.
Yeah. He said he ducked the punch and was able to pick him up and put him on his back. And, he said, and with the person who Morris says was the aggressor on his back, another man is seen repeatedly punching him while he's on the ground. So the guy's getting jumped. Mutual combat. Morris is wearing the black T-shirt and a Detroit police hat with the gold badge on the front. When he was punching him, you were kind of swinging into the air as if you were almost egging him on. News 7's Ross Jones said, I was just saying, watch the face shots, though. Watch the face shots. I was just saying, watch the face shots.
Keep going.
I'm sorry, that's so good. When asked how Morris decided the point when the man had enough, Morris responded,
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry, I messed up. Is that appropriate thing for...
So he was like, I was watching the face shots. And then he said, the reporter says...
Is that an appropriate thing for a police commissioner to say in a fight, Jones said? Did you have a duty to intervene when he was being punched on the ground? Jones said, or asked. I did intervene. He's had enough. I told him he had enough in the midst, Morris said. When asked how Morris decided to point when the man had enough, Morris responded, "Because I'm a mixed martial arts fighter, so I'm observing body language." Morris never called Detroit police, he said, because he believes someone else in the crowd already had. That's nuts. That's nuts.
This is the commissioner. This is Chief Gordon. This is Gordon.
Imagine being like, man, somebody should call the cops. Nigga, you the cops.
This is the most uncop you'll ever see. And you know how they say like Trump is like not presidential? Dog. This commissioner is not commissionary.
Genuinely, literally, and I hate that I do it every podcast, and you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to accept this is my lens in life. It's literally like if Commissioner Gordon was like, bro, I just had to let Batman and Joker get their ones off real quick. Nah, they just ran in the back of that. Batman and Clayface had to just run in the back of the alley, get their square. They found one real quick. Who am I to stop that? You know, that's just, street justice. But yeah, Morris never called Detroit police. He said because he believes someone else in the crowd already had. He did not stay. While he says he believed he witnessed domestic violence, he did not stay for police to arrive to provide a statement. He was like, "Oh shit, nigga, the cops coming! Everybody scatter! Everybody move! Cops is here! I'm not going to put myself in harm's way." The police commissioner, quote, police commissioner, "I'm not going to do the police's job. I'm not going to give nobody a reason to think I'm picking a side in the fight. I'm not going to do the police's job." Quote, the police fucking commissioner. It kind of seemed like you were, though, as you were swinging in the air as he's getting punched in the face, the reporter said. "Well, if you notice my body language, it's that of a mixed martial artist referee." Yeah.
It's that of a cornerman. It's that of a coach. He's clearly on that guy's side who is pummeling a guy in the face. And what this excerpt didn't mention is that when he first got this position, was a controversial figure because of his arrest record, which include threatening a cop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They explained that in the news report. I'm like, how in the fuck, if this ain't somebody fucking uncle, just nigga should not be, a nigga who should not be the police commissioner at all is currently the police commissioner. Like literally he threatened the police. How did he get this job?
It's just so funny. Like he clearly does not respect the job at all. Not only like in the way he was acting in that video, but then in the way that he's talking about it still. He just is like a guy who is being interviewed by the news, who just saw a crazy fight and is like kind of excited talking about it. And it's like, bro, you're the commissioner of the police.
He's treating it like it's a part-time job. That he's treating it like if he does it 15 hours a week, I ain't really studying that job for real. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a gig economy job for him. It's like he does a little bit of Uber, he does a little bit of police commissioning. He's just getting by.
Oh my God, that's you guys watch the podcast, watch the Patreon, watch that video.
Yes, and that's our episode. But yeah, we will now record our Patreon episode. Sign up for our Patreon, $5 a month gets you a weekly bonus episode. So that's 4 episodes for $5.
See you at the Patrizzle. Peace.